Hey, if you hear that talking, that is Luna.
I don't think I've ever seen Luna.
I don't think they have. Yeah, maybe during a gameplay. So it's been a very long time since I've recorded. I really want to record, and I feel like the time's more now than never. And like, I think I've just passed my anniversary of doing YouTube for 5 years. Oh, that's Luna shaking the tripod too. For 5 years. So I just want to talk about how it's been for 5 years, and I kind of wish, like, the only thing that made me not want to film for 5 years, and whoa, okay, so Luna tried to take that out.
Yeah.
There she is. The only thing that made me not want to film for 5 years was, like, we had a lot going on these last 5 years because we've been together for that long and all that. And like, I started the channel not long after I met Allie, and now we have 2 kids, we're married, like, a lot has happened. And so like, that has been a lot of things that's like, not stopped me from doing YouTube, but more like, I guess I was focused on those. And then now I don't regret it. She's gonna shake it again. I don't regret it. I just wish I recorded more as more of like documentation. I was just worried, I guess, a little bit at the moments about not being as entertaining and not as like good content at that time. And like, if you watch some of my old stuff, I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, some of it's really bad, but I was a child. I'm still a child. But this is Allie. You can say hi. We met year 1 when I started YouTube, so we were dating. And I literally filmed my first YouTube video when we went on like that family trip.
Yeah.
Right before, like, I was already packed up to go. I made that first video.
Yeah, like the night before we were leaving to go on a big family vacation, he started it. So we started dating in April.
No, sis.
We talked
Stop
before then,
like
but we
that.
started dating in April, and he started in July, or at the end of June, July is when we left. So he started like pretty soon, like right after we started dating. So
Yeah, so then it's like, I want to do, and I've always been a big fan of gaming. Like, for me and my channel, I know a lot of channels have like, there's certain type of content they make and structures and schedules and all that. It's like later, yeah, I'd love to get more scheduled, more towards daily. But right now, I just want to make content, and I don't want to stop, and that's the truth. So it's not going to make any sense. It's going to be a lot of craziness, crazy videos, and if you don't like that, that's alright. I mean, I just want to film more now and make more content. But my second year, I mean, we were married then of YouTube, and then I didn't start filming until we got back. So why there was such gaps, we got married, and then eventually we got our first apartment. Or we were living at my uncle's, and I filmed in there. I filmed a little bit when I was in our uncle's, and that's where you'd see like Winston as a child. But that wasn't on this YouTube channel, was it? It was on the Ohana one.
no, I think you've been in some
Okay,
videos.
maybe I have some of like when Winston was a child. Yeah. And then you jump forward, we had our own apartment, I started making more content again. It's kind of like we spent months at a time where we had to live with people in between apartments and stuff like that. So it made it almost impossible to make YouTube content.
Yeah, our life is kind of like bounced around, and soon, we're not talking about it yet, but soon we're going to be super stable where he can continue to put stuff out. Also, he is working a job that requires a lot of him. Like, even for us, it takes him away from us a lot. So in reality, he hasn't had time, plus our life moving like around all the time, but still,
Yeah.
also he just needs to know that he's good enough.
Oh, thanks. But I think like I want to do YouTube really bad. That's just always been one of my biggest passions. I think it's so much fun, so interesting, and like, you never know. I mean, maybe you'll become more capable of being like a full time, or like our main source of income at the moment, where I can go more like doing this on and keep going. But we'll work there. I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like I'm very ambitious, so I have plenty of plans, ideals, and businesses that I'd love to see come to fruition.
Yeah.
And YouTube's just always been like my passion. Like I'm very passionate about businesses and all sorts of other stuff. But that's like, I guess not as exciting stuff as this. So like year 3 was what? Was that this? That must have been our apartment, right?
Probably.
So it probably was like we
different
filmed in the apartment a lot. We
Yeah.
made some content around our old apartment, if you remember that. We did a lot of videos together, actually,
Yeah.
sitting at a table, and that was a lot of fun. I did enjoy that a lot with you. And that's when you saw Winston. Now he's like
a big boy.
Yeah,
now.
he's like 4, going on 14.
Yeah,
So
he's a
he
teenager.
he knows how to work. We got him an iPad. So he knows that, and then like that. So it's like I probably will when we come here, and he might not come.
Yeah.
He's in his own world, but he loves dinosaurs. So like
Dinosaurs,
his room
Godzilla.
is Jurassic Park being attacked by Godzilla invasion. That's the rules.
And that's Lulu.
Luna, yeah, you just saw her. She's like
She'll
the
be
cutest
1
thing.
soon, so.
Yeah, this is before she even turned 1.
Even our apartment that you guys saw the most on this channel, as we were moving out, before then we found out we were pregnant with her at the first of that year, and then a couple months after that we moved out of that apartment. Now we're in a completely different apartment, and in a couple months we're going to be moving again.
Yeah, and then year 4 and 5, like this is the start of 5, but 4 is when I filmed some videos in here, and you would see in that room, that was our bedroom.
Yeah.
I did some gaming content there, and I wish I did a little bit more and more. But year 5 has big plans in store for us, where I can make tons more content. Like I would love to try and get towards the daily mark, but we'll see where I go. But for sure, it'll be tons of videos coming out.
Yeah.
That's like my goal, is to push out as much content, even if it's good or not.
We've been in a 2-bedroom apartment also, so he hasn't really had his space. We're going somewhere where he's definitely going to have enough space and not just have to stay in one area. And we could have filmed when we lived with people, but it's just awkward, especially for him, this type of videos that he wanted to do. So where we're going, we're not talking about it yet, but where we're going, we're going to have a lot of creativity. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Be a lot more creative and be able to do more stuff in our own space
Yeah,
that
we'll
we
designate
control.
space just for content and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I am super excited for the future. I hope you guys stick around with us. Watch our kids grow up. And yeah, that's another thing.
Go watch them grow up. Babies.
Oh my gosh, we are done with kids, so
yes,
no
she
more.
was the last baby.
Yeah, but this
She's not a baby anymore.
this is Mason,
Allie.
and we're happy that you guys tagged along for our family. I love you guys like always, and I have no idea the direction of this channel. If you have suggestions, what you want to see, go ahead. We're up for it. Like always, love you guys. See you next one. Bye.